Johannesburg is hosting the 7th Africa Youth in Tourism Innovation Summit in Midrand. Now, the event, which has brought together industry leaders from different parts of Africa, is focused on youth entrepreneurship, small enterprise development, personal transformation and self-actualization. SABC News reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa has more for us.
Delegates continue discussing challenges and ways of overcoming those challenges. Young people have come to get answers as to see how they can run their small initiatives and their small establishments, while the more established ones are here to also find answers in terms of how they can be innovative and also try to claw back some lost ground after the COVID-19 pandemic, which restricted movement of many people across the globe. Right now, I'm joined by someone from the Small Enterprise Tourism Association. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. You represent smallholders, right? And even though the big establishments might face challenges, your challenges are also compounded by the fact that you have other challenges such as your size and possibly being able to attract the tourists that you would really need in order to break even. Talk to us about those challenges.
Yeah, challenges like your funding, your access to markets are the biggest problems that your smaller guys are facing. So we are here to remind the big guys that please don't forget the smaller guys. Also, the funding institutions, they need to come on board. We have the Tourism Transformation Fund, Tourism Equity Fund that is not moving. So we don't know what is happening. So we need to talk. So within the next 3 days, we'll be talking about those challenges.
Now, for someone who doesn't know what access to funding means or access to market means, what does it mean in layman's terms, especially access to markets? Because someone might think that it's just as simple as advertising. Social media has all these pop-up ads where everyone is advertising their different tourism destination or tourist destination attraction. What would be standing in the way of the smallholders from being able to use similar avenues?
So it's for one to have a product or a service that you will sell. We can't be SMME forever. I always say wire. We need to go out there, which is internationals, bringing numbers. Because the moment you rely on your bigger guys to give you airport transfers or so to tours, I always call that the crumbs. So access to market, it's when you go now overseas, you're bringing numbers to the country. But again, it's not for everyone. You must be well established, specializing in short left, putting together packages that are authentic. Then if you're market ready, then that's when you can now move to your international markets. Like what we are doing at STEER, which is the Small Tourism Enterprise Association, we are looking at opportunities. We divided ourselves into 3 levels. Level 3 are your big guys who are ready, who've attended the hidden gems, who are packaging for international markets. Then level 2 are your operators who are saying, I'm ready, but I need mentoring, so we're assisting them. Then the level 1s are your entry levels. Completed your studies, looking for work, there's no work, let me be a tour operator, but where to from here? So we are trying to train them so that they can also become your level 3.
And with regards to funding, where are the bottlenecks, where are the challenges?
Oh my goodness, where are the challenges? Because since day one, we've been talking about where the challenges are. Everyone says there's budget. I've mentioned the Tourism Equity Fund. There's money that was put aside, but there's no good story to tell because there's no approval, let alone members being declined. So those challenges are there. Your financial institutions, I can't mention them. They are in the hall. They are not doing their work.
So I'm certain that you are going to be trying to convince them as one of the speakers that are going to be making presentations before the delegates and the panelists who are here, continuing to discuss the challenges that exist within the tourism industry.